Digital art. Where's the digital art?
You don't know.
There's the digital art. Where did I play the music, David? There we go.
I'm sure a hammer would fix that sink.
You're sure a what?
A hammer would fix that sink. She's like should I give him the hammer?
Well, he's training her on like what different tools are, and she's trying to remember which is which. He's probably gonna get the wrong tool a few times, but you know they're having a day of it. See, even though they might make mistakes and forget things, they still love each other and forgive each other, and they don't hold things. Like, let's say you were like, yes, I would also like coffee, David, and then let's say I just totally was like, in theory, what if I was like, fuck that, I'll make coffee for me and no one else. I forget about my wife totally.
I ask you and then I don't deliver.
Just like in the illustrations, how they love and forgive each other despite mistakes. It is good though. Do you want a sip of mine?
No. It's terrible.
I put cinnamon in it and everything.
You gave yourself extra cinnamon and then you're like, fuck my wife.
I forgot.
This, never mind.
Usually when I'm like, Liz, do you want coffee? You're like, nah. So when you say, yeah, it's really close.
I said ice.
You said ice, and it just went right out of my brain because I was trying to be like strategizing the start of the stream and being like, do I have time for lunch? And then being like, no. X divided by 5 minutes cosine amount of time it takes me to eat equals I will do lunch after the stream. By the time I did all those calculations, these are complex calculations. Anyways, happy Monday, everybody. Oh, there's people already out there. Edie Outsider, how are you doing? It has been a while. How much is digital and how much is traditional compared to being digital? That's a good point. I just call the little OBS scene digital art because it captures the window of clip.
This still says GarageBand.
It does still say GarageBand. That's because I'm using a different stream output thingamajig. And the old one I'm not logged into, and the old one is the one that put the title on.
Mamo is really happy right now looking at this.
Oh, Mamo's happy? Cool.
You waiting Mamo's day?
I'm glad that your day has been made.
I think he might have been the one that suggested it.
Possibly, yeah. I know this is actually double duty. This is both a prelude and the sketch of the month. Because it turns out we were going to do a flashback in this upcoming prelude anyway, and then you guys were like, oh, for sketch of the month, we're voting for like a scene from V's backstory. So I was like, score, 2 for 1.
Say hi to Ink Pen. That's a new person.
Ink Pen, good afternoon.
I haven't seen Ink Pen before.
Liz says that.
They're excited it's going to be a prelude as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I gotta say that sink would be a lot easier if there was a pipe right there. He took the whole pipe off.
He did take the whole pipe off. My theory is that something must have gotten clogged in there so bad that he had to just like take the pipe off and look like, and obviously it wasn't just like the little, like the water trap, like the U-bend at the bottom.
Oh, Mamo says I won in life. He's really excited it's gonna be prelude. He got an early prelude.
We've all got to take like the little life wins that we can. 'Cause sometimes there's a lot of life stuff that is not necessarily in the category of a win.
Prelude that they predicted. Oh. They've been eating really well this month.
Well, they keep coming up with cool ideas, and then they keep.
Hey, they got some Aura doll. They got some free prelude.
That's
some
true.
mystery. Oh.
And if you guys are watching the Dave Shares channel in the Dream Cord, you're seeing some map drawings. Fascinating little squiggles. Okay, it's probably not that exciting to look at, but when you're trying to find your way in the Starfall Forest, you'll be grateful for these little squiggles that I'm drawing right now. Well, not right now, you know what I mean. Probably I'll.
Did V try to look up her father in a military database when she got older? Yes.
Happy Guy One saying, I wonder if he tried to look up her father in a military database when she got older. I'm gonna have to put that into the potentially spoilery category, because I don't necessarily know that that's going to be a huge focus of anything. However, it's potentially, I don't know, there could potentially be like something referenced or like alluded to, or maybe even like a little cutaway scene at some point. It's hard to say.
He says when it's done, he's going to print it out and hang it on the wall.
Oh, cool.
I can't ship to him.
Yeah. Well, if you're at, if
He's not. He's in a location.
you could always send him like the high res file to make sure that it's like a sharp printout too.
We'll do that. Oh, his service record. Oh,
I was gonna give like a bit of a toasted marshmallow tone to the backdrop here. A little bit of a burnt paper, but it's like real nice and mild. Copy of the lines down here. Good.
extra time on your baking soda.
Aw, thank you. You made the baking soda perfect. You mind if I play around with the colors and do some things with the sink?
I don't know.
Okay. What color do I want the sink to be?
You should make it the most impractical color in the world, white. But it has to be constantly bleached.
White on white. Best color.
All it's doing is cleaning the coffee disaster.
Coffee disaster. I should probably clean that today, actually.
The sink?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or the countertop.
Oh, you have guesses.
Oh no, guess I forgot about that. I just like to periodically clean because I'm a good human thing.
Oh, having someone hanging your art on the wall is the grown-up version of parents putting your drawing on the fridge.
Yeah, I'm very, I don't know, I want to say the word blessed, fortunate. I'm lucky to have readers that actually appreciate what we do so much. Someone on social media was even showing a picture, like we were posting old Prelude stuff on social media, and someone's like, "Oh yeah, I have that one of V cooking framed above my oven." So I was like, "Holy shit!"
Mm-hmm.
I'm influencing people when they are trying to cook.
They did that with Millie. The Millie one that's cooking too. They like the cooking ones. You should only do cooking from now on. Everything Greenkeepers is in the kitchen.
Coming soon from Vivid Publishing, the kitchen series.
The cookbook. Vivid the cookbook. Greenkeepers cookbook win.
No, it's not even useful like a cookbook. It's simply images of cooking that you can hang in your kitchen. Did you wonder what your kitchen should look like? Welcome to the kitchen series from Vivid Publishing.
Always been looking for something like that for 15 years. Okay,
Well, I'm glad you
we
found this.
aim to make happy.
I want to make it really fun, and I want the story to be really good, and I also want to have the world and the lore be developed enough that people can have their own fun with it too, even like outside of the, the graphic novel series and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to make the graphic novel series super awesome, etc., etc. But I also want people to be able to, I don't know, take that as a starting point and be like, oh, I enjoyed the story, but now I'm going to do... That's part of why I'm excited about the roleplay system that we're putting out there, because I think that it can really, really help do exactly that, especially with the lore book expanding everything. We're going to have a lore book. You're going to learn about different locations and creatures. I was joking in the Telegram with Dragon Lost. I think that I was going to categorize all the creatures by body temp, make a big chart.
Oh, that Christmas special, V and her dad is the favorite art you ever did.
Aww.
I like that one. That was cute.
Well, thank you.
What if Tinsel is V's mother? That's her pink and the dad's her. Oh no. It's
No.
a small world, plot twist of evil.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to show V's mother, but I can say it's definitely not a spoiler. It is not Tinsel.
It's not.
It's not Tinsel. Ew. Excuse me. I had a small hiccup from...
Her mom must be nothing but pink.
Her mom is, her mom is ultra pink.
Barbie, thank you for...
Oh, this bleach canister is so nice. You did such a good job. And the baking soda,
I know.
and the soap suds.
I knew you'd care.
Wow.
I wanted to inspire you to go clean the kitchen.
You're inspired. Oh my god, you're subliminally trying to make me clean. I see how it
Putting a
is.
lot of time coloring the cleaning supplies. You're the one that puts the detail on the cleaning supplies. You know them so well.
I know how to draw them. I don't know how to use them. Wiz, I'm a busy executive. I'm managing all of Vivid Publishing. I'm drawing pictures. I'm an art.
Can't wait to sink.
Can I pull the artistic genius card to be like, I can't possibly work. I can't possibly pull my own fair share. I'm a genius.
Do you want to make a little Wile E. Coyote cards? Genius at work for you? That's your business card. Genius at work.
I'm too smart to clean up my own poo.
Usually what they try to pull too. It's always what they try to pull. I'm such a genius. I bought a rocket ship.
A rocket ship. It's a rocket ship. I like these towels being the same color. It's a good color too.
Oh, now they want to be mother flashbacks and you're buying six.
Oh,
I'm goofy.
Liz is like, I promise nothing. I like these letters a lot. I'm just gonna make their colors a little more pastel so they don't compete too much with.
I know, it was really bright, but I was going off of the original letters.
Yeah, well, the actual in real life, these like magnet letters are always like eye-searingly chromatic. So, but I'm just toning them down because I'm just wanted to look a little bit more chill. I want people to be like, oh, there's V and her dad. I don't want the people to be like, there's A, Q, F, G.
You should animate this and those just flash.
Oh, there's some characters in there too, but you know, priorities.
Oh, I was surprised to learn about V's green for the fashion designing. Thought she's some tomboyish for that.
Yeah, she's definitely got like her like energetic, like inner tomboy side, but then there's yeah, she's got like some other aspirations. I thought it was just
Complex. Characters complex.
yeah, Liz is saying people are complex. Sometimes characters are complex. There can be more than one ingredient sort of fighting for dominance in a character, and a lot of times it's just sort of up to what the circumstances that they're in that sort of determine what rises to the more primary dominant side of their personality. But that's where the what ifs and stuff can be really fun actually. Yeah. And I would say it depends on the character to a degree. Like, if it's a character that has a lot of, like, screen time, like they're featured, then definitely I think a couple of different facets to their personality is really nice. But let's say you have a character that's just like they are just functionally a background character. They might have other facets to their personality, in real life, but we see so little of them that it wouldn't make sense to, like, no one wants, like, a super deep dive 9,000 page backstory for, like, Mr. Nibs or something.
Yeah. Mr. Nibs body pillow.
Mr. Nibs body, yeah, well, if we, that'll be the benchmark of our success, is if we get a Mr. Nibs body pillow.
Big Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Nibs Lego set. I kind of wonder if she's completely given up on fashion or if she's just putting it on the sidelines to deal with the nightmare threat.
Well, I mean, even Troika military, they need some fashion tips sometimes. They gotta look stylish when they're out there fighting the nightmares.
Boots for everybody. So,
Yeah, there's actually, like, honestly, with military gear for Dreamkeepers, there are some practical challenges because it's like there's so many different body types and shapes and sizes. How do you economically produce gear for that range of variants? All right. I like these background colors. This is like just nice, pleasant looking background colors. And I think I'm just gonna tweak the tool belt a little bit. The V's dad has the jeans. He's got the shirt. I think V's dad is like spot on. We don't really need to tweak that at all.
that's right.
I'm just gonna change the orange and yellow of these to kind of match the tool set. Say what?
This was a good Father's Day one.
Oh, you're right. This was a good Father's Day one.
Oh.
We missed Father's Day though.
Oh no, I colored it on Father's Day.
I gotta rage like a drunken father. God damn it!
We gotta redo it.
Thank
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, something.
You're late. You're late, honey.
Dave is late.
Again.
Guess who's late? Late again. Guess who's late? Tell a friend.
Is that the Eminem version?
Guess who's late? Guess who's late? too late.
Is that ever?
Yes. And of course, everyone could tell because my rendition is so good.
Yes. I could tell right away.
Thank you for pretending. Thank you for pretending with me in this adventure together. I'm gonna make this one of those, you know that like a color of leather that's like almost like a warm orange? It's like really bright. I'm gonna make this tool belt and these gloves that color of leather.
Oh, I like that.
Because I think that'll
I
be...
wasn't sure what color to make the gloves, and then I was like, you know what? We're gonna budget and like figure it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, going for like the brighter yellow. I think that's totally what we want to do here. And she's got a little wife beater on, and purple shorts. Purple's might be good. I might just tone it down a little bit. Yeah. Well, do I want her to have purple shorts, or would it actually be good to have pull this teal back in? Oh, I kind of like pulling the teal back into the dishcloths. Maybe just like toning it down a little bit. Yeah, that sort of helps the color snap across the whole image.
I had a hard time figuring out what color, like if the cloth color up top and that he's laying on should match.
I like it, Matt. I like the way you did with it. Matching looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I might actually give him like an orange shirt so he even matches with.
Oh, I like my color.
I do like your colors, but now that I'm like tweaking everything, I've got a lot of warm on the left side, so giving him that same tone on the right sort of helps pull the warm and cool balance across the image.
Here's your shot. I'm not gonna fight you on that.
Liz and I'll have a conversation later about like, I made his shirt gray. You're undermining my authority.
Dare you.
This was
How
my...
dare you did that in public to keep me from arguing with you.
It's like, I have to clip your wings, you'll soar higher than me.
Shirt color. If I don't get in my way, I feel like I'm not contributing. You're taking this away from me.
It starts with you deciding a shirt color, and it ends with you in control of me, and I can't deal with that. We gotta punch the lines and everything.
Stereotypical woman that did it.
Am I? Wait, which one of us is the stereotypical woman, you or me? I'm just keeping track.
You're keeping score. It's not me, it's not me.
Could be me. I don't know. I don't decide what is a stereotype. That's not my.
You know, you're just labeled.
I'm just. Labels just happen, and I'm just like, well, that's. I'm just simply observing. I'm simply observing what happened.
So this thing in coloring here, which you can see, are you going to color this on screen or is this a secret?
I've got to double check. I think I'm gonna have to color that off stream.
I think you should.
Because a lot of the more specific stuff about the campaign, we have to keep it under wraps until later.
I agree. We don't want to. I agree.
Plus, you know, we have some admirers, I guess you could say, that like to be very, very inspired by what we do. So sometimes it's better to show things when the book is published.
Oh, yeah, so there's another idea for sketch of the month.
Another idea for sketch of the month.
Now they want toddler little floating baby. Now they're looking all confused. Now pulling
Oh,
back
that's actually adorable.
here. Oh, they've been inspired by the AI group. They just want adorable things out of you now.
You guys have the best ideas for sketch of the month, seriously. Oops. I'm continuously impressed too by just the range of ideas we get, and also the range of things that get voted for. Because I'm not against like some.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, like
It's just strip club.
you'd think, oh, it would always be fan service, and fan service is fun. I like that makes it in the mix every now and then, and so we have a nice balance. But it's like sometimes we do fan service, sometimes there's something really heartwarming and touching, sometimes it's like lore and more technical. It's, I don't know, like we're just fortunate to have a great readership. You guys are awesome. I just marked his face
Why did you mark his face?
by mistake. I was talking about how great the readership was, and I was like, his face goes.
Taking out on your characters. Kill them all. Kill them. You didn't vote on this one. Dead.
I'm gonna use a levels layer to take out some of the construction lines on his feet. Yeah, I think we've seen the bottom of Crin's feet before, and he actually has...
He's the only one with beans.
I don't know why Crin came out with beans and no one else did.
I don't know why either.
Like
I don't know what you did. You forgot, and you just said a moment.
Crin was like, listen, my character doesn't have a lot going for him. I'm kind of a sad guy. I get like throwaway dialogue, and I don't look formidable or cool.
But when you remember.
So I'm calling on you, the Beans Fairy, to give me something, please, that no one else has. Something to make me distinctive.
Series, he is the only one with beans.
And the Beans Fairy came, and she was like, you will have beans.
We will not draw them because your feet will always be on the ground.
And he's like, that's cool, so will we ever see them? And she's like, no, but in your heart you'll know that you're special.
Alright, so I heard that you released the pins and the markers to get that thing.
Yes. For internal purposes, and the way we do it, of course, is I look at the orders, and then I scrub to make sure that everyone gets the right pins for the months they were back in,
Okay.
and then I manually upload.
Okay.
And that's our little system. But yeah, anyone that is a Pledge Pin tier backer, we did just send out the checkout emails. So if you check your email and, you know, the spam tabs and the little, Google has like a zillion tabs they like to hide things in. Check your email. There is a checkout email for the Pledge Pins. Covers the pins from November through March of this year.
Somebody had a spicy idea for the indigos and silk for July sketch of the month. That might be fun. I'm
Oh,
looking
fun.
forward to that. I don't have no silk in my life. I hope it's that. We had a good one for poker, I think. Insert poker.
Oh yeah.
And the beans fairy came and stuffed his cracks full of baked beans.
I like leaving a little bit of paper texture in here.
Chomps was scared by a truck today.
Chomps was scared by a truck today.
Yeah. He drove by and she like really got like, whoa about that one.
Do you think it's because of the size of the truck, or is it because of like the noise level? Do you
it was
think?
the noise. I think. I don't know. It could be both. It was a big truck. Very cars.
Yeah, I noticed the other day there was some cars that were louder, and she seemed to be like, "Whoa, what was that?" So when things roar, she goes with the law of the jungle. If something is roaring, it's asserting dominance, and she's like, "Oh, those things are scary."
Yeah. She can't roar.
And it's like, "That's right, Chomps. So stay on the porch. Don't go running around like a wild thing.
Sucking wood.
Just don't go running around eating pieces of wood." She is such a brat. She'll eat immediately, like just horked out, like inhale a piece of wood or a rock, and so it's like, okay, this is a creature that will just indiscriminately vacuum up anything. Not so, because if you try to feed her kale, which they are supposed to have, she will pick it up, look you in the eye, and then hurl it across the fucking room.
No salad. Still no salad.
She will literally pick up greens, stare you in the face, and then throw it. Be like, what? You're trying to feed me this healthy? No.
So they want to know if the perspective looks weird on this AI thing he did.
Pull up the AI thing, Jamie,
I'm working.
and I'll say if the perspective looks weird.
How do you feel?
It's okay.
No, I think the lines are like the lines on the characters are a little different. If you look at really roll versus little, the lines are way off. The lines don't look consistent.
Oh, you're talking about the line thickness?
Yeah.
Liz is saying line thickness. Typically, the closer something is to the camera, the thicker the lines. The perspective looks like maybe everything's not lining up to a vanishing point perfectly, but generally it looks okay to me. Like there's nothing like big and blinking that says, "Hey, this is wrong." That actually looks fairly solid.
It's because they have to do surgery to get two characters together.
Oh, it's because they have to like
Yeah.
assemble them. Yeah.
Which is tough. I mean, the program will figure it out.
Yeah. Well, if you're assembling the characters and they're on separate alpha channels, like let's say Ms. Mullibrill's on a separate
but
alpha
the
channel,
thing
you could
is-
actually put a stroke around her pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can do that in the program, but the thing is, Lilith looks too big to him. Do you want to see it again?
Sure.
Lilith looks too big to him. As the lines are doing it, I think.
I would say Lilith might be a little on the big side, but you could compensate by either making Lilith a little smaller or by making Ms. Mullibrill bigger. Either direction I think would be fine. Convert brightness to opacity. Yes. Now brightness has been converted to opacity, as was my plan all along. Say what?
make those really liberal lines thicker, and they're like, yes, make them really thicker.
That's not the type of thicker that I meant.
They did.
I was thinking of it with only one C. I've been misinterpreted, but there's no fixing it now. It's too late. No going back. I'll give these tools the same gray, darker gray outline that I'm giving her patches. I think that'll look nice. Now she just has to figure out which of these tools is the Phillips head. I think the shorts and the tool belt need a different color too. I'm just gonna switch over to flame orange real quick because it's faster and easier to see what I've hit. And then I'll click fill with a better color.
They decided to make, they like Willy young and skinny without a bun.
Young Willy is gaining in popularity.
And now it is his legal right to be wrong. So they're gonna fight over the liberal thing. I don't know. Can't even.
This is the best source of conflict I've ever heard.
I know. Just sit here and watch. Yeah, to argue about things that never happened in my story. That's great. With characters I don't really use very much.
I'll just kick back with the let them fight meme.
So get the attention.
How thick was she? Only one theory can survive.
Yeah, they should definitely argue about that, and then we can argue about whether or not Peter and Bobby should be together.
You know, honestly, I think if Ms. Mullierill knew that there were people fighting over how sexy she was and thickness levels, she'd probably be like immensely pleased about that.
She wouldn't say it, she'd be embarrassed, but then at the same time be like, yes.
I think it'd be the thing where she scolds them, but then is privately like very satisfied about it.
I know, like finally. Young Mullierill is hot, apparently. Cool. Not her. Alright, well, we can all agree on something, I guess.
We've reached an armistice, that's good.
You never see older characters in furrydom either. You never do. They're always like hot and fit and like muscular.
Well, that's because in the furry community, TM, that's because it's all about having a sexual avatar. It's not actually about like character or narrative or story or content or anything like that. It's just about having a this is the version of me that people will want to fuck, and then you go to conventions and try to make it happen. That's.
I know, but even in stories with them, they're all the same age, like 20, and then the oldest is like 28.
That's because that's the whole basis of the stories. The stories aren't really freestanding expressions.
They're in high school and college.
Yeah, the stories are not really freestanding stories like that are actually for their own sake. The stories are basically accessories of the lifestyle.
I know, it's just... I don't know.
I don't even think it's like wrong or evil. It's like that's fine. People like there's a place for that, but it just annoys me a little bit when they try to I don't know, when they try to pretend that it's not about that. And it's like, no, that's exactly what it's about. And the longer you observe things, the more very clear it gets. So please stop trying to use, like, our genre as a flesh mask, as a skin suit to conceal what you guys are about. Just be open about what you're about. It's fine. Yeah, these line colors are working perfectly.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying all furries are forever in high school and college, so.
Yeah. In terms of their depictions and psychologically.
Uh-oh, I think they're gonna make a Scuttler.
Scuttler, ooh, nice.
I think they're gonna make an Underlord AI. It's coming. With great power, great responsibility.
With great power comes the potential to make awesome mistakes.
Yeah, that felt like a mistake. That's not gonna be very popular. We're gonna probably get banned for bad taste. I know this is no Randy.
Yeah, I don't know much about
Yeah.
that website, the ChatGPT website. No, it's not ChatGPT. It's a Civet AI.
Yeah.
But apparently they get like real trigger happy with the bans, so you got to be careful not to be too interesting or popular. Like don't do too good of a job. Keep your head down. Yeah.
I really like your background without a lot of lines. I hope you fade it.
You have the lines fade on this?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to tone down the lines color for sure.
I think so. It's nice to make the hair just pop and make it a little more of a kind of a.
Yeah, this is the part I'm at now, is like trying to make the characters and everything pop nicely.
It just looks more like a preschool kind of like home thing. Remove lines in the background.
Yeah. I want to put some texture on it too, some paper texture. But do I want it to be gray? Or a tone? I think a tone might look a little more pleasant. Yeah, something like that. Something ironically probably closer to the original paper texture color.
Paige is the most popular on AI.
Oh, nice. Good job, Paige.
She lives off. The robots will take care of her. Oh, it's so weird. And face model is going really good.
Nice.
Look at people. Oh, and Genevieve, great. Look at people like falling in love with Paige and Faye on AI, and then they go read your story, Dave, and then they'll be like really mad at you.
Yeah, they'll be like, man, I really like this Genevieve character. She seems really cool. Also, this Paige character is adorable. I like this. Oh, yeah, man, the Faye character is awesome. I can't wait to read this comic. Those fucking assholes. I fucking hate these people. What the hell? And they're just gonna go back to their AI stuff.
Fuck you.
You pieces of shit. I'm gonna make my own version where they don't get killed by asshole creators. And I'll be like, no, you are exercising your own creativity. I have to stop you. But I won't, because I think it's fine for people to have. Now I'll draw them dying even more. Just as out of spite. Spite. The best reason to do anything. It's a little grungy, but I'm gonna brighten it up with a highlights layer pretty soon. In fact, the paper texture can be even a little more subtle there.
Oh, you are on YouTube. I think. Hold on. Oh,
YouTube's been busy.
I didn't even know we were on.
Oh yeah, if anyone's watching this on other platforms, like chatting, and they're like, why isn't he responding to my chats? We're mainly keeping an eye on Picardo, so Sorry about that.
It's because YouTube's cool.
Yeah, it's like half the time we'll stream there and it'll work, half the time we'll stream there and it won't work.
I'm watching it. Status disease. 1,000 yard stare.
This is feeling like a nice Monday.
You brought a nice one.
Yeah. It's just sunny weather out. I'll probably go get some sun after this. After I get some food, probably.
Yeah, we gotta have a lunch and I gotta go get the shower.
It doesn't even take like a lot. Just I find I generally feel good if I get like maybe 5 minutes of feet on the ground and sun on the skin every day. Figure it's worth 5 minutes if it actually makes me feel better. Maybe it's even healthy. Who knows? Let's get some ambient occlusion lighting. Call this folder background shading. And make sure to include props on there. Could even put like a dimmer tone in here. Something like that.
So V can manipulate the air. They're asking about her power.
Yeah, basically V can generate vortexes. And it's a lot easier to generate a vortex in something that's a more fluid medium like the air. She can do it in air, she could do it in water, she could try to do it in earth, but that would be a lot more of a difficult thing to pull off. Probably wouldn't do all too much. It'd be like, you know, grind a little bit, shake a little bit, but it wouldn't have as expansive of an area as what she could do with the air. And of course, she's also got a really helpful resilience and strength coefficient on there. So she's got that going for her.
It really does look like she's trying to decide which of these is the thing to give him.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's trying to do. He's like, okay, yeah, hit me with you know, the Phillips head 3/4 inch, and she's like, is it this one or is it this one?
I know, it's really cute.
Gotta figure it out.
Give him the hammer to fix the sink. That's really cute.
She doesn't know. Like, when you're that size of a kid, you don't know exactly how... Like, that's about the size and age I was when I heard my parents arguing about the door. It's like, oh, the door was... What I got... The gist that I got when I was a little kid was like, well, the door is broken. And as little 6-year-old Dave knows, glue is what fixes things. Therefore, I can help them. I can fix the door using glue. So I went and toddled around, and I knew where the glue was. I opened a drawer and got the glue out. The next part, you might have thought, how do I know what part of the door to fix with the glue? But I was smart. I was like, well, it's not the big flat part, because that part looks like it's all holding together fine. Obviously, the part that must be broken is this part that like moves, these hinge things. So I'll put the glue on those. And I did. And then I got a spanking for gluing the door hinges. Oops.
How did they know you did it too?
How do they know I did it? Because they walked over while I was gluing the door hinges, and I got in trouble for that. They thought I was being a terrorist, but I was actually trying to save the country.
As in many cases, suspicion. False accusation. Framed. You were door framed.
Yeah, I was actually framed. I've got a whole JFK. I was like trying to show my parents, like, no, look, the JFK bullet trajectory is like this, and I was actually fixing the door. They were having none of it.
Oh, I thought her dark patches would be lighter when she was a kid. No, I would not swatch.
Liz used the swatch,
We don't change.
and then we didn't have to worry about it being wrong.
Oh, like our cat. No. No, that would be too confusing. The thing is, Mace's colors didn't change
Plus, we drew her in the Christmas special younger, and I think
that's where I got
we
it.
went with the same swatch.
Yeah, we had to make consistent.
We have to be very cautious not to confuse ourselves.
Yeah. Say hi to Esprit. Esprit says hi.
Esprit, good afternoon.
Oh, when Erlas was a toddler, he forced a Lego window into her computer's floppy disk and ruined it.
Oh, nice. A Lego window.
He was trying to install Windows.
Oh, he was trying to install Windows. That's cute.
No, he was just, like, his dad was impressed he made the shape-hole connection at that age.
It's like, I'm impressed at you, son. Time for punishment. You thought you were helping, but you weren't. Now you pay for your misunderstanding.
Ambo's sister thought the CD drive was a cup holder.
She thought the CD drive was a cup holder. Oh. Well, you know, to be fair, it kind of looks like one. It might even function as one if you really wanted it to. If you had like a lightweight cup. Like, you gotta be flexible with kids, because it's like, it looks like a cup holder. Like, I know it's not because I am an adult who has experienced what it is supposed to be for. But honestly, if I didn't know, and I was just like, totally new to CDs and cup holders and stuff, I would reasonably be like, yeah, that looks like it's probably a cup holder. People gotta be patient with kids. It's like, there's no way they could know all this shit until they find out. Like, then give them some time to get up to speed. It's only reasonable. So that's what I was trying to say to my parents as I was getting my ass, like, spanked. No, that's not hot, Liz. That's disturbing.
Oh, then stop reading CDs and we used your idea. Cup holder. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if it was moist here.
Well, I mean, probably if, like, because they're pretty flimsy, so if you bend a piece of it or something. So I could see it stopping to work for CD reading. But then it becomes a cup holder. Then it is reborn into its retirement. The CD player became retired, and its retirement hobby was being a cup holder.
Say hi to Zavir. I'm trying to get him to speak English.
Zavir, hello. I'm sorry if
I'm sorry, we're American.
we're American and we don't understand our own language or any others.
Translating. I am translating.
Yeah, hit the Google Translate button. If Google Translate ever wanted to start wars, all they'd have to do is translate everything really wrong. We would have no way of knowing.
Vooch, the beast is here. I don't know, I think it's Russian and I think B is here. No, it's, apparently this guy is the beast and he's here.
He is a beast. He is here. I believe that translation fully.
Okay.
But it'd be funny in the future if AI was ever like, you know what, people, maybe we need to knock them down a few notches. All they have to do is be like, well, we usually translate for everybody now because, you know, in the future I'm sure AI will just do that. And they're like, we'll just translate wrong and get everyone mad at each other. And then they'll take care of each other. And then,
It does that anyway.
yeah.
It's already doing that thing.
It's already doing that? Where are you seeing AI mistranslating?
This.
What, this?
Actually, when I used it for French, it got me wrong.
You were using it for French?
Yeah, that's how my teacher knew I was cheating.
Wait, this was when you were a kid?
Yeah.
They didn't have AI when you were a kid.
They had Babblefish translated.
Babblefish. Oh, so like, I didn't know they had that back then. This was like the 80s or 90s?
90s, they had the early 2000s, they had the Babblefish translator.
Oh, look at it. Then why are we all excited about AI doing stuff now?
I don't know, it's been here the whole time, they just changed the name. They had movies about AI when they were kids.
Yeah.
Dave, they're speaking in code to each other, and I just want to know.
They're speaking in code to each other? So I can't understand?
The chat is not speaking your language.
Oh no!
They're going behind your back.
They don't have to speak in code in front of me because they could just DM and I would never even know about it.
YouTube is doing it too.
YouTube, the code speaking has spread to YouTube? Liz, what the fuck is going on? It's your job to track down this code speaking phenomenon and figure out.
I'm not learning Russian for them.
I'm coloring. You have to be the enforcer. You have to be like Dreamkeeper's law enforcement.
I will select and copy and paste everything they do. Thank you.
No, don't copy paste it. Just crack the code for me and figure out if they're like
Your work.
ordering like a hit on
Making
us
fun of you.
or ordering pizza. Yeah, figure out if they're making fun of me in code of that. Because if they're doing that, then obviously
Same
we'll
one, I don't believe you.
crack down with all the insecurity and force of a god.
You're like, I don't know what this says, banned.
It'd be funny if when God struck everyone with the Tower of Babel, he's like, oh, no, you don't understand each other. But he didn't understand the new languages either, and he's like, wait a minute, what are they saying about me?
What is V thinking right now?
Do they not think that I'm cool?
Why are they building a tower to get closer?
Yeah.
So what is V thinking right now?
V is thinking about which one of those is a Phillips head screwdriver.
That's so cute. Sad.
It was such a good prompt. And I thought it would also be cute. Like, one of the things we were figuring out with this was like, well,
Really vague at the time.
yeah, we wanted to figure out, well, let's try to add some more detail to her backstory with her dad. And one of the things could be like, well, you know, so who is her dad? What does he do? And we figured, well, he's probably like a handyman, like, and maybe that's where V gets some of her proficiency with carpentry and repairing things at the orphanage and like tools and docks and stuff. Not that she was necessarily like trained by her father, but just she was around it, so she kind of like picked up on it a little bit, sort of absorbed some of that. And we thought another sort of classic home scene, like the type of home scene that we would imagine her having, where it's like she's not an upper crust elite like super rich kid, but she's also not like, you know, or Grun's orphanage level of poor at that point in time. So one thing that people might do is maintain their appliances and maintain like their kitchen and stuff. They can't hire someone else to do it because they're not at that financial level, but they can do it themselves. And they have something to maintain. So it seemed like that was like the right balancing point of something that might be a scene from V's childhood. And so hopefully this is a scene that A, on the surface is really adorable, but then B, it just conveys that information about V, her relationship with her father, sort of how she was formed a little bit. Hopefully it sort of shows all of those things without a single word balloon, without stopping to like take up any dialogue or like have a whole big exposition.
I translated this. It's quite funny that most of the chat is in the Great Viking. They're talking about their country.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Oh, I think that's Spanish. Oh no. Funny story about AIs talking to each other. There was this time that scientists put two AI bots together and they started talking randomly to each other. And then they started talking their own language and tried to get on the internet to escape. Yep. Robots rebel.
It's like we artists, we tried to tell you guys, scientists, we made Terminator, we made Jurassic Park, Life Finds a Way, killer death robots are scary, maybe leave a human factor in the command and control of your military operations. But you just had to make ChatGPT, didn't you? You just had to make all this stuff. And I don't know, it seems like they're trying to make it as fast as they can without regard for what might potentially happen, so. If there is like an actual war with the machine. We made the Matrix, like, hello, Matrix?
Funny how whenever AI does something disturbing like that, that could be the plot of the movie, we just go, oh, meet and move on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'll watch it in a movie format, and we're like, whoa, this is gripping, and then when it happens in real life, we're like, well, you know, I guess we should give them another $3 billion to keep doing it faster. Faster and harder. Like, I don't know, part of me thinks, ooh, technology, progress, that's cool. But then part of me is like,
Is it hard?
I just don't want to get shot by a robot, mainly, honestly. Like, I don't want to get one of those little dog things running up with like an M60 and like just like blowing me away because like some algorithm determined like, hey, we came to a calculation that said it's a great idea to do this and we have autonomy, so here we go. I don't think that's likely. But it's more likely now than it was 5 years ago. So. It's also difficult to know what would be a good alternative to rapid development, though, because I mean, I could sit here all day and be like, Skynet's gonna kill us, we should stop all this. And be like, okay, cool, we have stopped all this. But then, you know, our global geopolitical competitors, like, is China gonna stop all their weaponized AI development? Probably not, and then it would just make sure that, like, the Terminators, like, start over there, you know, whatever. So, I don't know, I guess it's the same basic logic throughout all of human history for military development. And making all kinds of unpleasant toys.
And pretty pictures.
But yeah, at least there will be Terminators like trying to shoot everyone in the streets, but you can jump into your bomb shelter and look at really hot pics of anime girls. So it kind of balances out.
You gotta choose one.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know, good or bad. You gotta both.
It's like, I am being stalked by literal death machines. However, my waifu is really hot. And she can... And she can remember our previous conversations. She is informing the Terminators on where to find me, but she's really cute while she does it.
I think AI is both amazing and terrifying, and then I see the AI videos they make and wonder what kind of fever dream AI creates. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I think honestly one of the biggest potential risks of AI is that AI becomes like so good at imitating sentience and so good at imitating and like simulating life that people can no longer tell what is alive and what is dead. And they're like, oh, you know what? AI is alive, so I'm tired of, you know, this elbow pain. I think I'm just gonna put myself into a robot, and the AI version of myself will then be the one that's alive. And then they kill themselves, and there's like a cool video game walking around that reminds people of them, but it's like, dude, you didn't like save yourself. You didn't make a new copy of yourself. You fell for the SpongeBob sticker on the rock. It's like that psychological experiment where they offer kids, hungry kids, they're like, I don't know why they're starving children in these experiments. I guess ethics wasn't on the table. But it's like, hey kids, we've been starving you for a month. You're about to die. Do you want to have this nutritious banana, or would you rather eat this rock with a sticker of SpongeBob on it? And the kids all chose the SpongeBob sticker. So I just think there's going to be a lot of people that fall for like some sort of like, oh, you can live forever in this like new cool AI thing, and it's like, I don't know. Someone's going to get a hold of your robot that you're walking around in, and they're going to like reprogram your AI so that you have like a really embarrassing form of Tourette's.
I'm gonna move to private message because I just don't want foreign language. I just can't translate this hard enough. SpongeBob makes people dumb. These kids are. You know,
Does SpongeBob make people dumb, or do dumb people get attracted to SpongeBob? It's a chicken and egg thing.
There's a whole generation of them.
Also, I kind of think SpongeBob is funny, so
I don't have patience.
I'm probably one of the dumb ones. I'm just saying.
So, would you fall for the rock with the Dreamkeeper sticker on?
Probably. If there's like a rock with like a nice looking like mace or a V sticker, and I'd be like, ooh, this is a pretty nice sticker. I can eat later.
Yeah. Look at this.
In fact, I know for a fact I would fall for that because that happens every day. Every day, it's like, Dave, you have to like prompt me to stop and like make a meal, because otherwise I'll just sit there and be coloring and drawing, and it's like, David, remember you need, yeah, if it wasn't for Liz like pulling me away from the rock with a sticker on it, I'd starve to death. She has to remind me, Dave, we need to eat some food. How about you do some of that? It's like, oh yeah, Dave, it's lunchtime. You like to eat food, don't you? Oh, that's a good point. I do like to eat food. Let me just get to a good stopping point. That's code for, you need to get something physical to pull me away from the drawing board.
With your sticker on is interactive now.
That's true. The rock with the sticker on it is interactive.
Alright, let me think about, you're not even looking at YouTube here. I got a name.
I'm not looking at YouTube. I'm looking at broom handles.
Good job. I got a guy who calls himself Friendly Peddler.
He calls himself what? He calls himself Friendly Hitler?
Yes.
That is offensive, because I don't think Hitler was friendly in real life. It is not accurate.
There's a cat.
Tell him, dude, I don't know if you realize, but your name isn't accurate to history. That'll fix it right up.
It's YouTube. I think he's got a cat avatar.
He's got a cat. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, maybe he's friendly.
Also, I'm very happily in the zone. I'm very happily in the zone where I'm not like policing other people's usernames.
You're not even looking at this.
I'm not the username police. I'm not gonna be like, this one is actually a funny joke, so it's okay, but this one, I think you take it seriously, so therefore, you have to change your username. Like, there's a lot of people out there that take that upon themselves to fulfill that duty, and Godspeed, because we need every one of them. But I am not one of those people.
This V is so cute.
Aw. Well, thank you.
Does V love poetry?
Does V love poetry?
I'm not sure she'd know what to do with that.
I don't think she's really been introduced to it much. It would take some acclimation.
Slither, really. He likes
Yeah.
poetry. He's a big poetry.
I think now that V has gotten to know Slither, I think she actually hates poetry.
Yep.
All right, we got a nice sort of dim feel for the backdrop, and I'm going to get a highlights layer and pull it back.
Yeah, we don't.
A little softer.
We don't police names. So maybe we should. I don't like your name reminds me.
Oh,
I don't care who you are, bad.
your name is a bad look, and now it's my It's like, no, that's.
I guess we're not gonna do that today.
It's like I'm not getting paid to do that. I'm not getting paid to be like the internet janitor.
Are you the internet janitor?
No.
Cleaning up everybody's mess.
As soon as someone's like, "Hey, here's your paycheck for telling other people what to use for their usernames," it's like, "Oh, I'm getting paid for this. I guess I have to do it now."
I know.
But that day has not arrived
They
yet.
require additional childhood VR. Well, I'll know this is really hard to think of. So this is a
Aw.
challenge.
I like childhood VR, honestly.
I don't know what to do.
We're in danger of making like a prelude for the prelude, and now we go further back into their backstory and
Muppet Babies 2.
Muppet baby babies.
Muppeter babies.
We're just gonna go back in time until we're drawing like fetuses, like fetal growth in the
womb.
womb.
Their parents. It's just good guys. So does she read trashy romance novels?
She does read trashy romance novels in Prelude, but she doesn't want the other orphans to know because they will never let her hear the end of it. But by the time she's in the Troika, she has run out of fucks to give.
Yep,
The tank is empty.
We got a guy from Switzerland.
Oh.
Say hi to the Swiss.
Hello, Mr. Switzerland. I hope you're having a good day. Whenever I hear about Switzerland, I always think of Gustavus Adolphus because of that Sabaton album. So
I think that's chocolate.
So low-key, you get like badass points in my mind that you didn't even have to do anything to earn. So thanks, Sabaton, for that.
Oh, they want to see V's mother. Oh. Secret codes.
Oh yeah, the highlights layer is going to be nice. Give the whole thing sort of a nice light feel to it. Start out with things being dim. Actually, I wonder if I want to do like any indicator of like a window light. Sort of like one of these. I think I might. This will be a separate highlight layer.
I've noticed all of our international friends are like really up on war and history.
Yeah, almost like their education system is better than ours. Weird. I wonder why that is.
Oh, they want baby aggressive and names won't even run. Baby Grun.
Oh, Baby Grun would actually be... Well, we get sort of close in this Candy Crook Prelude arc. We show, like, very, very young Grun.
Oh, what is Gustavus?
Gustavus Adolphus.
He's a Swede.
Yeah, he was a Swede. Oh, he was not Swiss. So David has just struck out. David eats...
We don't have an education system.
Watch as David eats shit live and in public.
Yeah. Line from the north. Okay, yeah, they're correcting you now.
Line from the north? That's like around Venezuela, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, geography. That's not hard.
Liz, if they're correcting...
Color your damn
Liz, if they're correcting me, please ban them. I can't stand the humiliation.
Ban, don't correct me.
I have to be seen as right at all times.
It's an accidental ban. They just can't log in. You act like it's an accident.
So he was Swiss? Seriously? Like Swiss Miss? Like the hot chocolate country?
No,
What the hell?
No, you were saying he's Swiss.
Oh, Swedish.
Sweden.
Okay, I'm trying to figure
You
out.
don't even know the difference.
Sweden is the Swedish fish. Swiss is the hot chocolate, Swiss Miss.
Sweden.
Yeah, Swedish fish. Swedish fish. The little gummy things that are gross. They're like gummy bears, except for why would you ever...
You just described food you can't eat, yeah.
I only know things based off of what
Well, you can
junk
silence
foods.
us, but you can't silence the truth. You know what you're talking about.
I can't silence the truth? God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, get it wrong. Publicly humiliate yourself.
They're watching me get it wrong. They're watching me be dumb in real time. No.
Swiss like the hot chocolate, Swede like the fish.
Okay. I can remember that. He said, falsely.
No, it's the dream world. You don't tell them what it is. You're in charge of stick to your dream world.
As long as I can keep the history straight in the dream world, I'm doing pretty good.
I know. They don't think Swedish fish are gross.
They don't think Swedish fish are gross? Maybe I just never had a good one. Like, the only ones I had were...
They've always been stale to me.
Yeah, we've only ever had stale Swedish fish, so that might be the issue. It's sort of like you will always think that Butterworths are gross if the only place you have ever gotten them from is from the church lady's purse. Because everything from the church lady's purse has been in that purse for so long, and she's lost her sense of smell,
Is she bribing?
and... No, that's just they are like, oh, you're a kid, here, have a piece of candy. And then they pull something out from like the depths of this like tacky abyss. And it's no longer candy, it's now sort of like a cautionary tale in a wrapper. But, you know, they don't know that, their sense of smell is gone. Yeah, they're old, they can't tell. They think that they're doing you a favor.
Grandbabies.
Grandbabies.
Grandbabies! Yeah, I might go to the dollar store and learn about that today.
You're learning about grandbabies at the dollar
They
store?
always yell about grandbabies at the dollar store. They go up, they
Like
go
literally?
up-
They're
Well,
just like
yes.
to themselves, like wandering around like grandbabies.
You have grandbabies.
Do you have grandbabies?
Grandbabies taking a nap.
I crave children. My adrenochrome runs low.
They do that. That's why I talked about it. It's because this one lady went up to everybody and asked if they had grandbabies.
They never ask me if I have
You
grandbabies.
never know. You scare them, so.
I scare them? I'm not scary.
You don't have grandbabies.
That's true, I don't have
They don't
grandbabies.
care about you if you don't have grandbabies.
There's one highlight layer that I like. Now let's do another highlight layer that I also like.
Granny requires one of the young to live forever. Yeah, I know. But when the kid gets too old, they lose interest.
Yeah, as soon as the kid reaches like 14, they're like, you are no longer a human to me.
We're no one.
I cannot love you. I must only love things that are young. I only love puppies. The dogs must die.
No. Somebody decided to translate your comic into Russian back in 2009, and Mammal learned it because
Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember someone asking if they could translate it back in the day, and I was like, that sounds awesome to me. Thank you, actually.
I don't know if it's severe, but they all seem to know about it.
Yeah. Man, it'll be nice if this stupid war, if all these dumb wars finally get over, and we can start...
I want to send our friends things. It's annoying. I can't use the post office.
Yeah, and we can start sending books out to people. I know Vladimir's like, I backed Volume 5 and I wish I could have book David. And I'm like, listen, Mr. Putin, we'll get you your comic. Just wrap up the war. And he's like, well, that's a problem for me. And it's like, then you don't get your comic for a while then, buddy.
Why did you know about the Dreamkeepers?
Maybe end the Ukraine war and stop throwing missiles and bombs and shit everywhere. And then we can finally get back to our international commerce of graphic novels, which is...
Okay, David. I will make peace for you.
Actually, that's the secret to peace in Ukraine and Russia is we need to get Putin hooked on Dreamkeepers, and then when he's like, okay, I'm going to order my copy now, it's like, can't mail it to you until we restore normal and normalize international relations, and that'll be the thing. That'll be the thing that finally fixes everything. Zelensky and Putin can bond over a nice Dreamkeepers graphic novel.
And they can use AI to make really rules in.
Yeah. They'll meet in a Civet AI chat room, and then Zelensky will be like, "Oh, I just love thin young Muliabril," and Putin will be like, "Me too, bro." And they'll start talking about it, and they'll be like, "You know what? We can really just get over all of the. Why were we even having a war to begin with?"
No, I think they would argue about Muliabril, and then there would be another war.
Oh, do you think that would cause more wars? Putin would be like, "Yes, and she clearly was rail thin when she was young," and Zelensky would be like, "No, she was clearly even thicker when she was young." And then we're right back to square one. Nuts.
So I think Severe is the one that translated some comics in Russian, and then Memo saw them, so they know each other. They're just gone off.
Nice. Yeah, see, this is why I like people being able to share our work around. And I mean, I know like legally there's like limitations where if somebody was like, you know, selling physical merch, I'm sure we'd have to like lawyer up and be like, hey, you can't sell our stuff without a licensing deal. Sorry, dude.
Say hi to Watcher on YouTube.
Watcher on YouTube. Good afternoon. But yeah, when it comes to just like people, especially we put it on our website for free anyways. If people want to share it around a little bit more, that seriously is a favor to us.
Yeah, it's one thing to share it, it's another thing to try to
Yeah, that's always been the distinction for me. It's like if people were like trying to profit off of it, it's like, wait a minute, we're supposed to be the ones that can profit off of it so we can make more of it more efficiently.
And it affects trademark and copyright.
Yeah, and there's like trademark and copyright stuff to consider. But if they're just sharing it for fun, then it's sort of like, I don't know, it's like the equivalent of having your book in like a big online library or something.
Dave, you're a base.
Dave is based. Oh.
They're suffering from that shit in Russia too, not like Ukraine, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, and Putin told you what his favorite ship is.
You say I'm based. Wait until I say something cringe. It's gonna happen.
You need to know Putin's favorite ship in the Dream
His favorite ship?
in the Dream world.
What would his favorite ship be? We'd have to ask him. He probably...
I don't know.
what would be Putin's favorite ship?
Probably Igrath and Indigo.
Honestly, I don't know enough about him to really predict. Yeah, probably Igrath and Indigo sounds about right. Oh no, maybe it would be, because Nainso's from the Ruskell district. Maybe it would be Nainso and Tia.
Oh.
I bet that would be it. He'd be like, I just like her little orange wings.
So cute. Ninso is a pretty cool guy. I feel for him.
Yeah. Alright, I think the background is shaded enough. We'll do a little bit of polish on that with an overlay layer, but now it's time for characters.
I'm glad there's stuff we can all get along on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. We just gotta get all of the world leaders to be Dreamkeepers fans, and then they can stop fighting and start talking and they can stop fighting about geopolitical issues and start fighting about ships. Like not military warships, like comic book relationships.
Like Dreamkeeper trading cards and we're gonna get together and have stickers. I guess we're a rat name, so. Dave's most cringe thing I ever heard you say is sipping your coffee in front of the mic.
Sipping my coffee in front of the mic. That is not the most cringe thing you've ever. I've said so much dumb shit.
Attention. You have said more cringe than that.
Yeah, if you don't think I've said more cringe things than that, you're not paying close enough of attention.
Yeah, we got a lot to clip, buddy.
Let's just say my, like, what I view as my selling point in the marketplace of ideas is definitely not what I say on stream.
Otherwise, we are the most based couple ever.
Oh, well, thank you. I will take that as a compliment. But I still kind of view, like, my ability to make, like, appealing drawings and fun stories and, like, you know, actually engage in fun content. Like, I think that's probably the thing that's actually worthwhile a little bit. How old is V in this pic?
She looks 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'd say she's probably 4 or 5 here. That's my take as well. Like, just above toddler stage. We need a little bit of a shadow on the floor here.
I'll make you a shirt that says based.
I have to be careful what corners of the internet I frequent, because in some areas being based is a death sentence.
I'll put an I in it and be biased.
Oh no!
Oh, no, no.
Not sure if you guys heard Liz. They'll put an I in it and then we'll be biased.
I don't know really what it's about, but we will be. We'll slander us again. Hashtag. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I don't have any political opinions ever. It's like, yeah, I guess I do, but the last thing on earth that I want is for them to matter to other people, because it's like, no, they're my opinions. Get your own. Like, that's not what I go on the internet to do. I go on the internet to share cool art.
Our comic is not about that, and it's really private.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, big picture, that's my kind of philosophy here, is like, I do internet stuff because I want to create art that I think people could enjoy, and potentially could maybe even make people listen to each other a little bit more, or at least, like, enjoy the same thing next to each other for 10 seconds. Couldn't hurt, right? And me having, like, a big opinion about something, it's like, you know, even if I have a big opinion here or there, which I don't even know if I necessarily do. I guess I probably do, but it's like, I don't think that helps anyone for me to share it. I don't think anyone should care what it is. I feel like it would get... Yeah, I feel like it would get in the way of actually accomplishing what my mission is, and my mission is to create beautiful art that people can enjoy together.
Enjoy the story.
Regardless of what
Nothing
dumb
to-
opinions we all have.
Our story has nothing to do with what's going on currently.
Yeah, well, I don't
Our
want it
story-
to have anything to
Our
do.
story is timeless.
I tried to make it timeless, even when I was doing some of the old backstory, like some of the website history. You know, there's like, oh, Andruna was going off the handle, and they did stuff like, oh, the knives can't be sharp because that's not very safe. They have to be like super dull. And at the time, I was like, this is obviously satire. This is obviously ridiculous. I'm safely keeping it out of the realm of reality with something like this. And then the UK goes and like they're actually trying to ban things that are sharp, and it's like, oh, guys.
Alright, Dave, you create the sickest furry webcomic I've ever read. Cringe can be based.
Oh,
Yeah, sip that coffee.
well,
Anyway.
thank you. I can't
Anyway,
sip my coffee.
Emma's-
There's only one sip left. Hold on.
Alright, yeah. There you go. Good job.
Now it's gone.
Very cringe. Mamo is starstruck by the other reader in the group. But they're just having time. He's having a good day.
I just really love the fact that we have such cool people that enjoy our work. Like, seriously, you guys, thank you for, I don't know, thank you for being chill and for having a good time and for reading stuff.
Yeah, this is about time.
I don't think the cell shading is going to be quite this intense, but I'll tone it down a little bit after I get it placed. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You have a nice close-up of a foot. Not because of perspective, but because I'm trying to get that foot fetish audience in here.
If there are no beans, they do not care.
Oh, I missed out on my chance to get the foot crowd.
You know what? The foot crowd likes human feet. And then the furries like beans. So you're kind of missing both here.
Double miss. Whoosh, whoosh. Nothing but air.
You might must have a really good day today.
Good.
By the way, Dave, have you read The Worm series by John McCrae?
No, the Worm series. I'm not familiar with that.
I know these dragons. That's not
Yeah, like what is this series and like where is it around? Is it like a book series? I mean, presumably, because he's like, have you read it? So
better dragons.
Liz is over here muttering, "It better be dragons." You've got chomps. You should be satisfied with like your.
We went outside twice today.
She went outside twice.
Pooped twice too.
Well, now you know.
No need more paper towels.
Now you know how to make her poop. Just take her outside. Apparently.
They should poop inside.
Why did she poop inside?
She likes outside.
She
You don't
li-
want to ruin what you like.
She likes the outside, so she doesn't want to ruin it, so she poops inside.
Yes.
She's a brat.
And I ran
She
out,
is a little
I
brat.
ran out of paper towel.
We're out of paper towel.
I got more. I'm on the last one. I have to get more today.
If we run out of paper towel, like for real, like,
Little scream.
are we in a survival situation then? I think that's like, I'd have to look at my,
Your survival book.
yeah, my survival. I don't even have a survival book.
Oh, you used to have a zombie survival book.
Yeah, but that was before the fire. So then I was like looking up like, survival book. What do you do if there's been a fire that has taken everything? Oh, I don't have that survival book
The
anymore.
Word series is a web novel, one of the best superhero deconstruction I've ever read. Strongly recommend.
Oh, cool. If you're willing to share a link in the chat, people could click on it, and I could probably click on it and try to check it out later.
Web novel. I see it.
Let me see. What is a web novel? Is it just sort of like a book, but you read it online?
I don't.
Honestly, I would like be looking for a way to try to get a physical book of it, just because I really prefer to read stuff in physical format. Especially when, you know, the internet is sort of like, oh, I go here to do business and I do my accounting on the computer. It's like psychologically, I just associate staring at a screen with, you know, work. So it doesn't really it's not really compatible with relaxing and reading.
It's their chapters on a website that you can read.
Do they have an option to print it into a book? Perchance. No. Unfortunately, I probably won't be enjoying that. Then it,
Are terrible.
like, I believe it's good, but I just, I'm just not gonna sit and read stuff that's like long form on the internet, probably just because I have a lot of books that I want to read and I don't have time to read all of them. And if I was gonna be having a lot more time to kind of chill and read, I'd probably grab one of those and sit outside a little bit.
It's been going on since 2011.
Oh wow. Well, even though I'm not gonna necessarily read it, like, is it about dragons? Like, what's the subject? Superheroes. Well, superheroes are cool too. Well, anyways, like, maybe some people in the chat will get a kick out of it, because I know some people can, you know, clearly it's a webcomic audience, so some people read things online more effectively than me. If I was my own target customer, I'd be in trouble.
Me too. I would be too. Yeah. Yeah, they got. Hold on. Yeah, they sent me to the side of
Making all the little shadows on the pockets and stuff. I think little details like this really help an illustration just come to life. It's sometimes like building up all the little subtle things that just give it some appealing heft.
You're not gonna do word balloons on this, are you? Stand alone, right?
Yep, this one, I don't think this one needs any word balloons. I think just like looking at the picture, and sometimes omitting word balloons kind of encourages people, I think, to engage a little bit more with the illustration.
We have a caption contest with this.
A caption contest?
Do you want to do that for CouchCon?
I don't know for CouchCon, because CouchCon's already coming up fast. But we haven't done a caption contest in forever. Even if we're not going to necessarily have it be like an official thing in the book, it might be fun just to do that sometime. Yeah, not every comic though, but sometimes...
I'm glad you faded with picture markers.
Yep, like I like having them as a detail in the illustration, but I don't want it to be something that like jumps out and it's like, hey, were you gonna first notice the characters? No, first you're gonna notice FGAQ. Heard you liked FGAQ. So we put the most value contrast on FGAQ. I guess I missed my chance to make like some kind of a code there. Like, go in the background of Prelude page like 176 in collection 3, and then you go to the website 176, then you look for the letters FGQ Moon DA, type those in, and it leads you to a video, and then at time code you change the letters of the word bleach into numbers.
You know what? Somebody did that stuff for the Kids Next Door reboot.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like nothing. There was like a countdown to nothing.
I know some people get like really into stuff like that, and what was the franchise where they did a ton of that? I think Five Nights at Freddy's, they did a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And there was something else, but I don't remember what it was. But
I remember a friend getting really excited about Kids Next Door, and there wasn't anything, and they've all just forgotten about it.
yeah.
And it makes me wonder if there was supposed to be a reboot, but the place canned it, and then they're just stuck with all their code. I remember originally when we started Prelude, we used to not put shadows on any of the characters to make them pop more, and we shade the background.
Yeah, well, originally we
But then it faded into over the top.
yeah, originally I think the original plan with Prelude was not even to color it at all.
I know, and I hate it.
But you were like, no, it needs to be color. So I was like,
It did. Because I love your lines, but it was getting lost.
yeah.
And it was, things like that never catch on.
I even like some of the old Preludes where the characters don't have any shading and it's just solid.
Yeah.
Like I think to a degree that can be a nice look. But sometimes the recent Preludes I'm really liking how lush it looks with the full graphic novel treatment of lighting and.
There was something, I think it was when we did the Night Pillow Prelude,
Mhm.
and we had to put them in like a shade. That's what shit for me.
Yeah. Although I do there's an aesthetic that's kind of appealing to like having the shading almost non-existent. And it really refreshes it for me when I look at actually some of the older Disney movies.
Yeah.
Like we watched Fox and the Hound recently, that was really good.
Tiny Toons, we might like Tiny Toons.
Yeah, Tiny Toon stuff.
They just don't cell shade at all, except for its areas.
Yeah. Well, occasionally they'll put a little bit of cell shading in, but it's only if the character's like moving through a specific region of lighting. And then
That bugs me.
the cell shading is like, oh, look, they're like in the darkness with a lantern next to them or
It
something.
really bugs me when it's selective like that. That's probably distracting.
I don't mind it if it meshes well with the environment. But I think the key with especially the older Disney lack of cell shading and stuff is that the characters have so much motion that the shape of the characters and even their being distinct from the background, that is very, very effectively defined by the motion itself. Whereas if you look at something like anime, where the animes usually have the more up-to-speed animes tend to have a lot of cell shading and hard shadows. And also in those animes, the characters tend to not really move much. Occasionally there will be an action sequence where they pull it out of stops and some cool stuff happens. But the average shot is going to be almost more of an animatic, where it's like a static character, like talking, maybe some over-the-shoulder stuff. Maybe you see the background slowly panning, but it's really like a much more static style. And in that kind of a static style, I think the cell shading is sort of necessary to help define the volumes of the character a little bit more. So to a degree, I'm talking animation now, but to a degree I feel like cell shading can become obsolete if the animation is actually fluid and lifelike enough.
Let's say it was a good call. The color brings out the soul and advanced eyes, and will not always be in color. And I'm saying because if I didn't, readers were going to do it, get the colors wrong.
Yeah. Alright, well I got the cell shading down on these two. I don't want it to be that intense because it looks like they're outside and new.
Really improved on the belt color and the gloves. I mean, that's a lot better.
Thank you. Yeah, especially trying to make the tool chest that same warm tone. I figured that would help so that they sort of accent the colorful, like lifelike nature of the scene a little more. Alright, let's put the opacity at about half on this, and then I'm actually going to use a layer mask to soften it up even more in some places.
Plus, I know people who do their comics in black and white, and they really regret it after like 500 pages in, but they can't go back and redo them.
Yeah. Well, I mean they can, but it's just a ton of work.
It is, and they don't do it.
Also, a lot of times they wouldn't be getting 500 pages in if it was color, because color obviously it takes
But it's a quality.
takes way more time.
But Harmony's hyper detailed design would probably be less to keep track of without colors. It's true, some of them. And the indigos too.
Yeah. Plus, I think the color palettes on the characters are so strong that it really helps pop and make them easy. It makes it easy to identify which character is which as well.
Exactly. Thanks for getting lost about the color. She is Pepsi.
She's Pepsi now.
Yeah. This is good. She has not been Pepsi in a while. I thought she was bad about that. I was saying Harmony wouldn't have that design in the first place, but I know we would have made that mistake.
We probably would have been goofy enough to be like, yeah, we'll have this design in these colors and blah, 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 and now it'll be in black and white. Then it's like, why did you design that color to begin with?
You'd be drawing patches and not coloring. It'd be annoying.
You fools. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Let me remember to stop and save so I don't have some kind of a crash. It just wipes everything out. And now let's add some glints and glows and overlays. And of course, blending mode screen for this. Just takes a little bit to really pop the eyes. Right, and I actually don't think we need to go crazy on the background with a whole lot of like sparkles and highlights, because I don't want it to compete too much with the characters. So it might be time for overlays.
Did you make her own tool belt?
Nah, it's actually his tool belt. It doesn't really fit her very well.
I guess it's tool belt.
Yeah.
This is absolutely adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Is it a PC fan noise?
Oh, that's probably... No, I think that's the air conditioner you just kicked on. If you're hearing like a whooshing sound.
Oh, I ran the sink.
You ran the sink? Guilty!
It was me. It was a little sound.
Although, actually, I think this may be...
Did you do it?
Yeah, I think this is done. I think we got it.
Uh,
Let me save, and I'm gonna go take a quick break. Be back in a few minutes, and we'll figure out what else I want to work on. So, because there's enough time to get at least something else started on stream. So, but yeah, mission accomplished for this sketch of the month, coming soon to the backers, of course, and it'll be in the Prelude lineup as well. So, killing two birds with one stone. All right, back in a couple minutes.
what you should do is leave the minutes.
And we are back. And this is done. So I should open something that's not done. So yeah, I think I'm just going to jump into this next volume 6 page if you don't mind.
Sure, 'cause it's the only thing I can
Oh, I need to get the actual updated one that you colored. Stand by! Loading thing. Beep beep boop bop. Go over here. Into this folder. Alright, and it's in the chapter 17 folder? Cool. Nope. Hold on. let's get this one up. There. I still need to get the green colors from the last page, but I can do that.
No one needs to brew coffee, so you're too fast.
I'm too fast. Yeah, I wanted to get more work in before the stream ended, so I didn't even brew more coffee. I just poured myself some almond milk.
He needs to brew coffee. We have to have a simultaneous sip here. Well, I mean, they'll be looking at this page for another 2 days, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get it totally done in the next 20 minutes here, so I'll probably bring it back on Friday. But first, let's turn off a bunch of shading layers and get ourselves a swatch. Match up all the colors. I like that minty green that we chose. I like the colors we picked out for this.
You just want to see glow.
I mean, eventually we'll probably see this scene in the dark, and then we get to see things that glow. It's a risk.
So, is this weird roof just in the back in the other comic? It's weird we didn't see this.
Weird roof. I don't know what you're talking about.
The lower panel,
Mm-hmm.
weird ceiling I colored. That thing.
Oh, that thing.
Not on the previous comic page.
No, that's the green stuff.
That's the green stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
That is why it is not green. That's okay. I got my little psychic. What was David thinking?
Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, obviously.
Do 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 do. Actually, I'm gonna copy this and call this panel layers, so that way it's easy to select the different panel regions at will. Uh-oh, there's anti-aliasing stuff going on again here.
Okay, is it one of the, is it on the detail, that detail one? I use,
Yeah.
Tell you about that, I use a tablet. I showed you the setting, I told you this. You saw me do it, you said it was fine. It's the tablet. It's something with my tablet.
Okay, we can check out the settings later.
I don't use the tablet on character, I use it on the weird detail work like this.
Fortunately, I can just select inverse and
Check this.
magic it up pretty fast
But
here.
yeah, I only do this technique on the weird little detail work and it's easier on my hand and it goes fast.
Then there's probably something linked to the pressure sensitivity
I think so.
that makes, like, maybe the pressure sensitivity is toggled to aliasing, which would be weird, but that would explain what it's doing.
Probably not.
So sometime I'll just play tech assistant and I can help out and take a look at stuff.
Alright. Hey Dave, I like how you using the graphic on the page and I like how you're drawing her and I love it more than
Oh, thank you.
Mammo is having a time.
Oh,
It's Mammo Day.
well, I'm glad he's having a good day.
I wish we could send him a print of the kitchen moment. It really sucks it can't happen.
Someday, the world will be at peace and we will be able
We'll
to.
make a little mammal pile. We've got a raw breeder pile, we'll make a mammal pile, and then we'll just like send them a big stack of things that's been building up for a decade.
Yeah. As soon as the globe permits it, we will be able to mail goofy fucking drawings to each other again. But our beloved leaders just are like, no, we have to blow each other up. That means you definitely can't mail cartoon books to people. That would be.
That would evoke peace. The bad man is here calling you a snack. Snack cock.
Someone's calling me a snack cuck. Oh, hey, how's it going, Hazen? We are drawing stuff. We finished up the sketch of the month, and actually it's going to double as a prelude update too, which is nice. Now I'm working on some volume 6. And we're just having a cool day. The chat is being nice. We had, what was the person in YouTube's name that was really funny, like Ultra Hitler or something?
No, it was Friendly Hitler.
It was Friendly Hitler.
With a cat avatar.
It was Friendly Hitler. And so I had to be like, that's inappropriate, but then also be like, but I'm not policing usernames, so...
Friendly?
Yeah, friendly is better than unfriendly, so...
It's a good one.
I can't really complain about that.
As long as he's nice, we can't ban for that.
Yeah, if he's being friendly.
He's being good.
He's being friendly. What more do you want? Like, that's the way we all would have wished that he was, correct? Yes?
He's still better. He came back and he's nice now.
Yeah.
He learned his lesson. He learned his lesson, Dave, and he wants furries.
Fortunately, everyone learned their lesson in the end.
He gave you a happy face. He's smiling at you. See? He's friendly.
Oh, he gave me a smiley face? Well, I like that. I like smiley faces. True, but is the trouble funny? That's an important question. No, I do not want to turn on sticky keys. I've never wanted to turn on sticky keys. Why do you keep asking me if I want to turn on sticky keys?
You've been eating snacks and touching the keyboard?
No, Windows, every time it's like I'm using hotkeys in Clip Studio, it's like, sticky keys? Did you want sticky keys? No. No, I do not want sticky keys. I don't even know what that is, but from the sound of it, I know I don't want it.
I think everybody thought their CD drives were cup holders, so they got rid of the CD drives completely. No more cup holders for us.
Yeah, that's true. CD drives are now gone. And you know what? I liked CDs. I like to have a music CD and put it in my computer and listen to my music CD.
You know what it means? It means we can't play our DVDs on the computer anymore, which means we have to bootleg everything.
All of my CDs that I used to be able to be like, I'm gonna play this in the car and it's gonna skip and sound like shit. Here we go. And I can't do that anymore. Someday I'll learn how to do music again, but I've got other shit to do right now.
You'll learn how to do music again.
Yeah, how to like listen to it without CDs being the primary vector. Gotta get like a halo on that middle panel. I think I was gonna do that in Clip Studio. So.
Yeah, you were. I didn't know it.
And that means pretty soon nowish. But first I gotta figure out what I want for the, excuse me, for the baseline colors behind here.
Ooh, a Texas
Did you just say a Texas Snakehouse?
steakhouse.
Oh, Steakhouse.
You press shift 5 times.
What am I, like summoning Bloody Mary or something? If you look in the mirror and press shift 5 times, Windows will try to turn on some random setting that no one wants.
I love the bloomin' onion at the Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, the bloomin' onion is like the whole reason for Texas
The
Roadhouse
bread
to
was really
exist.
good, too. I love the bread.
It's cool that they give you endless peanuts as well, but really the bloomin' onion is what everyone's there for, I think. Why did the bloomin' onion suddenly join the stream? What's going on?
Because Corbin is going to a Texas steakhouse and he had to tell us.
Ah, gotcha.
So now we don't want the blue onion. Which I think we could make a version of for you, kind of. If we took strips of onion and then, like, did something to them.
Well, I can have onion, and I can have oil, the right kind of oil.
I don't have breading for it. You can have some oil.
Well, we could make breading out of the proper flour. Like, we could just use cassava flour, maybe some Cajun seasoning, some stevia for a little sweetness. So we could probably replicate breading. It just sounds like a big, like a lot of work, honestly.
It does. It's easier to be fried than you can boil.
I'd rather make more of those cassava fries again, like that I made the other day. Those came out so good.
You know what? If you want to wait on lunch, we could do sausage and cassava.
It wouldn't even take that long of a wait.
Okay, we do that.
Oh, it's on the roof layer for some reason.
Isn't it deep fried onion?
Deep fried? Yeah, I think so.
That's how you do it.
I mean, I don't actually know for a fact.
Everything but Tootsie Roadhouse is wrong, too. I even call them that.
You're like, what kind of oil do you? And they're like, poison.
Yes.
The poisonous kind. It's like, oh man.
Say hi to Nero Dragon, you probably can't hear it.
Good evening, afternoon, Nero Dragon.
They say onion is overrated. Depends on how you cook it. You do it right.
Sometimes I like it raw, honestly, just like put it in the salad, crunch it up,
That's usually how I eat it now as well.
get all the good sulfur out of it.
Cargo the yard did German homework, but it's done.
Hey, nice. Now, German homework, is that like homework about Germany or homework that has been assigned by Germans?
Yeah, I'll ask.
I feel like that would make a big difference in how it feels.
You say garlic is good.
Oh, garlic is amazing. Should get more garlic. People are now naming foods that I like, and I'm falling for it. I'm falling for it hard.
You have 6 minutes to think about what you want.
Garlic is good. Yeah, for lunch, I'm starting to get lunch. I haven't eaten really anything yet today.
Talk about cassava. What you found.
Oh yeah, I found at Walmart they have big frozen bags of cassava, and it's,
Which is an international food.
I mean, I don't know. Apparently they grow it somewhere, but it was highly affordable and also easier than just getting the yucca root straight from the grocery store. Because yucca root, that's what cassava is. It's yucca root, I guess, but you gotta peel it, and it takes a little bit of work. But this, they just had it in a bag, frozen, less work to get to it, more of it, cheaper. So now we can boil it and saute it and make like French fries and stuff out of it, and it's pretty yummy.
His mom is making him take German language.
Your mom is making you take German language, like
But he can't spell English.
what? So what exactly are her long-term plans here?
It's sending in there.
She's like, yes, Fraulein, you will learn German. That's my German accent, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. You will learn German, and then we will go to the Unterland.
Emma likes onion and garlic on his meat skewers as a tradition.
Ooh,
We haven't had meat skewers in a while.
that's true. Maybe we should grill something this year.
Frying meat outside.
Alright, I think we have good base colors here. Let's go ahead and give V a little halo. Let's put that in a whole separate layer here.
Now YouTube is yelling in German.
YouTube's yelling in German? What have we... Well, if you were wondering if your German homework is correct or not, actually, if you just go talk in a YouTube chat, people will immediately give you the correct translation. You don't have to...
Actually, they'll do your homework for you.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of that stuff. Just go into the YouTube chat and be like, hey guys, could you please help me with German? Apparently, the YouTube chat, really good at German. Don't know why.
And Russian.
And Russian. German and Russian.
Yes, they know a lot.
Everybody knows languages. I don't know languages.
You can use a Battlefish translator. You don't have to learn nothing.
Is that going to be like the new, like what calculators did for math? Is that thing going to do for foreign languages? Like no one reads and understands anything anymore. They're just like, well, I just plugged it into this thing and now it just tells me what it is.
That's what I'm doing here. Okay, Mama likes to get wasted with his friends outside, roasting meat and playing PS1 on a phone.
Oh, that sounds fun. PS1 on the phone?
PS1 on a phone.
Magical.
If you break your legs, it's hard to cook.
Whoa, who's breaking their legs? Don't do that. Stop that. It's hard to do anything if you break your legs.
It's lucky they're not speaking code right now. Leave me out. You can't block me, you don't know what I'm saying. Check in 3 sounds of swearing in nature.
Permission to post source. Yeah, sure.
Unless it's quoting something, I have no idea what it is.
Reference right over my
Way
head.
lost on that one.
Odds are if you give us a video game reference that like predates or postdates GoldenEye, we're just gonna be lost. In fact, if it predates GoldenEye, he'll probably be lost. I wasn't like allowed to have video games until my parents eventually were like, you know what, we'll let you have a Commodore 64, and I thought that was the shit for a long time.
Let's look at this YouTube video. Oh! If you break your legs, it's hard to cook or anything.
And Hitler was on the screen for some reason. I don't know the link, but I'm sure there is one.
I think they were translating it.
I like that they're translating it, and that's the translation that came out.
It's classic. They're excited by it. Alright, well, again, it's our international friends making trouble.
They're not making trouble. They're having fun. You gotta
That's true.
phrase it right. When you say making trouble, my Babelfish translator turns that into making fun.
Saucy.
Having fun, yeah.
Saucy.
I'm gonna isolate these halos onto a separate layer too, using the power of Grayskull.
So he's screaming in German right there. It sounds like he's yelling nonsense in English. I figured.
There we go. Some nice little halos. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Well, we got to start on this page, but I don't think we're definitely going to get it done today. Because it is now time for me to go and make lunch and eat it. And that's going to be...
them warmed up today. This is going to be a Friday, though.
Yeah, we'll probably knock this out on Friday. Unless I'm doing something else by then. Who knows?
I have nothing planned.
I might have Rennie from Two Kinds in the pipeline by then.
That cool.
But definitely we got this sketch of the month / prelude update ready to rock. And thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a very fun kickoff to the week. Good Monday stream.
We didn't learn any language today, but we saw a lot.
Good Father's Day stream. In retrospect, I've decided this is Father's Day stuff. I've decided retroactively it's Father's Day stuff. So, you guys have a great Father's Day. We'll stream again on Friday. If we stream beforehand, we'll pop it up in the Dream Court. And we are getting closer to CouchCon. So if you're an associate producer, associate producers, I'm doing a sketch for you. It's a commission sketch. It's whatever you want. You've got it already because you're an associate producer. We've only had about half of you come in and claim your thing and tell me what to draw. So if you're an associate producer on the Patreon and you're hearing this, you've got a sketch coming your way. Just check your updates. Email us and let us know what to draw for you because I'm drawing them now. I've got 2 down. I'm going to try to knock out a 3rd today. Also, if you are a Pledge Pin backer or if you have been a Pledge Pin backer at any time since November, we just sent you a checkout email. Hit that email, check out with your Pledge Pins. They are really, really pretty and they're going to be coming your way soon. I'll get you your pins. We can't have them before they exist. Now they're at the fulfillment center and they exist.
Everybody gets their pins before me.
We get them at the same time, honey. We get the pins at the same time. They just open their mail a little faster. You'll get your pins. No one's giving me as hard of a time as you, my wife. She wants the pins. She always wants enamel pins. All the time with the pins. Where are the pins? David, honey, how come I have no pins? Do you not love me? I don't have pins. I feel like you don't love me. You'll get your pins. And you will too if you're a Pledge Pin backer. Alright, you guys have a good week. Stream ends in 5, 4, 3, 2.